Speed demon. Oh. Hey guys, this is Eric from eBiking Now, and this is the PLS5 from Diavelo. This is a Danish company that was founded by two brothers, also founded Protanium, which they've used for this bike as well. So you can see it's just a general cruiser, good for the weekend rides. Got a 250 watt motor, 700C wheels. So yeah, let's get into it. Yes, the step-through design. Once a ladies bike, now a casual cruiser for people who don't want mounting on their bike to become a chore. As you can see, the PLS5 has a step-through frame in a metallic black finish. Silver mudguards and some pinstriping are added along the frame for some contrast. This model also comes in a cream color if you want more of that vintage old school look. But yeah, like most cruisers, this is a very simple and conventional approach, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, this has to be one of the cleanest e-bikes I've seen. The simple color palette that it uses and the minimal decals that it adds really gives it that high-end minimalistic appeal. And it also helps when most of the wiring is hidden. I mean, this is all thanks to the frame design where it has included inlet and outlet holes, where you can find most of the cables subtly snake in and out of these. Even the battery's thick cable has been accounted for. It's really well done. I guess the other thing that helps with the clean look is the use of internal gears. This removes the cassette and the derailleur, resulting in a very naked rear section as you can see here. So the internal geared hub used is the Shimano Nexus Inter 7. This provides the Diavelo with 7 gears in the palm of your hands, which is great for city commuting where you're stopping and starting frequently. So you can simply just downshift to a gear without pedaling and it's already engaged. Also, with the twisting gear selector, you can easily and swiftly change gears. It kind of feels like a semi-automatic car with a Tiptronic option. Makes the ride very easy and simple, resulting in a smoother ride and more rider control. Now, along with the Shimano Nexus geared hub is coaster brakes. I know, everyone's going to bash on them, but I won't get into too much details. Because I'm so used to riding bikes with a free wheel, I found myself pedaling backwards to adjust my position while riding, and this activated the coaster brakes a couple of times and nearly threw me off. So not exactly what you want while riding to work or cruising around on the Saturday afternoon. So what's powering it? Well, at the front you can find a 250 watt hub motor. This will give you that all-wheel drive system. Rides will feel more responsive and the bike feels more powerful than it really is. When I put my effort into pedaling, I notice the great acceleration the bike has. But if you rely on the motor, then you're going to be crawling up the hills because this is just due to physics. Just like how the front brakes, provide most of the stopping power when you're traveling forward. Now let's get into one of the more interesting features of this bike, the battery. No, really, the battery has some pretty cool stuff. First off, it has an inbuilt tail light which can simply be turned on at the flick of a switch. Secondly, it has an LCD screen which displays all the battery information that you need. So it displays the capacity in multiple ways, for example as a percentage or amp hour. Pretty cool feature for the enthusiasts who would appreciate it. This battery is supplied by the guys at Protanium, which seriously sounds like a company that gave Wolverine his adamantium skeleton. Protania! But yeah, Protanium is a subsidiary company of Diavelo, founded by the same guys. The battery found on this bike is a 10.4 amp hour battery, fitted with Samsung cells, so you know it's high quality, which goes for the rest of the bike. So, there was one thing I found that was a downer, and that was the lack of headlights and only front V-brakes. Like I said before, the Nexus 7 comes with coaster brakes, so as a result, Diavelo only fitted the front brakes. For my ride, they got the job done, but I prefer disc brakes because these just weren't as responsive as I'd like them to be. Maybe they weren't set up perfectly, but that just adds another advantage of a simpler setup of disc brakes. Also, the coaster brakes become a little annoying. Like I said before, you almost find yourself face first into pavement half the time. With this aside, the bike was nice. It was a real smooth ride and the internal gears were awesome to use. Just a simple flick of the wrist and change into the gear that you want. It was so convenient. And the gear indicator was real clear on what gear was engaged as well. I've had some bikes where they're real vague and they just add a couple of numbers and lines and you kind of just guess in between. Not an issue with enthusiasts, but just for the casual cruiser it becomes annoying, so it's nice that they've done that. Now, I did notice the motor was pretty loud when it was in the lower revs. Kinda sounds like it's struggling, but it's fine. Nothing to worry about. But if you want a ninja silent bike, you probably have to put in some effort and increase the RPM. In conclusion, the bike was great. Super clean, quick acceleration due to the all-wheel drive system and internal gears really puts it up there. Now, with only a few issues such as coaster brakes and lack of headlights, it's still a brilliant bike that a casual rider should look into. Thanks for watching guys, and for the full review and specs jump on the website ebikingnow.com. Also like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube to stay updated. Till next time, turn on, hop on and ride on.